Okay, so let's talk about burnout. So I remember when I was in grad school, I do remember feeling kind of overwhelmed because I didn't feel that I was prepared enough to start working with clients, and I was kind of thrown into it because my grad school program puts you in a practicum site basically the first year. So from day one that you start your program, you are also practicing. So that was extremely overwhelming. I remember being really overwhelmed. And I did work in a school setting, so it was a lot of support. And it was a little bit different. It was more of a milieu setting. It wasn't as like an outpatient or inpatient, or where there's a requirement for lots and lots of individual without any supervision. So it was a little different, but I do remember that. So when I talk to younger clinicians, I do hear this theme, and I do, if I remember back to grad school, I do remember feeling kind of some similar emotions. I do remember feeling overwhelmed. I do remember having moments of feeling burnout, questioning my decision to get into the field. And then when I graduated, as most of you know, that in our field, whether you're in mental health via a licensed mental health counselor, or social work, or SID, or a PhD, whatever it is that you end up doing is your track, there is some level of basically you're working a lot for very, very little pay. So that is a truth when you do this work, and you realize that pretty quickly. And I think as a young person, you don't really think about those things. You're just thinking about your passion. You're thinking about what you love to do. You're thinking about what comes naturally. And you're just loving it. You're doing it because it's your passion. And so you don't think about the technicalities. You don't think about the business aspect. You don't think about the longevity of, how hard you have to work to make whatever kind of income that you're looking to make. So lots of hours, really, really heavy duty work, because a lot of those jobs that you get when you come out of school are usually far more intense, right? You're working with more acute populations, you're working longer hours to build your hours so you can get licensure. So you're just feeling it. There's a lot of feelings. So first and foremost, I just want to say that I think because of the way that the system is, as far as school goes, that everybody kind of goes through this phase. So it's kind of a necessary evil. You are exposed to all of it. You're, feeling overwhelmed. You're doing the best that you can. And it's kind of just part of the training, just like anybody who's going to any kind of education, with everything from mental health to med school to engineering, or interior. It doesn't matter what it is. There's always a learning curve of difficulty, and feeling overwhelmed, and feeling inundated with cases and work, and being underpaid. But if you have the right kind of mindset, which is, I do not want to be stuck in this situation forever, but I still want to be able to treat people and work in this field, you can have both. You can do those things. You can get out of this situation. You don't have to feel overwhelmed and burnout, and you can actually make a good income, but it takes some time, and it takes some preparation. It takes some thinking outside of the box, learning about different topics such as business and finance, and just some things, learning about private practice, learning about the world of how the internet works as far as marketing and SEO and Google Ads, and all of it, all of the businessy type stuff that they do not teach you in school are the key to figuring out how to kind of get out of this situation and prepare for the future. And it doesn't have to take too long. It's just a matter of learning about it soon, and then starting to make the preparations for it, within a year, 2 years, 5 years, depending on your circumstances. So we will get into all of that, but I just want to say, you're not alone. Most of us have all been there. And it is just a short period of time, And with the right mindset and some kind of organization of your goals and what you're hoping to accomplish within your field, you will be able to kind of get out of this situation and move in a direction where you do have some you have far less rates of burnout, you are engaging in healthy self-care, and you are making the income that you want or that works for you and your family. And there is lots of hope for all of those things. So I just want to say, hang in there. It's a learning curve. It's just a phase, and you can kind of move in a different direction where you'll be far more satisfied, far more fulfilled, and feel a lot more purpose. So hang in there.